I think the fitness industry has screwed a lot of people, right? The fitness industry always, because it works for marketing, they always promise the easy. They always promise the fast. They always promise the quick. And problem with that whole thing is, welcome to Healthy Systems Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Moe, and today's topic is about the number one reason most people quit on their health and fitness journey. And this might not be the reason that you think it is. Okay. So after coaching for the last 7 years, thousands of clients, one thing I've learned is there's a lot of lessons that I've been collecting in my toolbox about why some people make it and others don't. Why some people get to the victory line, they cross the finish line with their head held high, while others just quit. And I always wondered, right? Because the surface level answer is never really the true answer. Surface level answer is, man, they're just lazy. They don't want it that bad. They're not that motivated, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I've noticed that a lot of people aren't motivated. A lot of people don't want to do a lot of the things that they say they're going to do. So it can't just be those surface level answers. It has to be more than that. So this is, I think, the biggest reason why most people quit. And this is a conclusion I came to after looking at a lot of data. And because I would look at my clients, right? Let's say like 10 clients would join us for, in the month of May. And then 6 of them or 7 of them would get great results. And the 3 would just not. They just wouldn't be able to get to the other side, or they would just quit too early, or something would come up. And so I would interview them and I would ask them questions and get to know what their struggles were. And one thing I noticed across the board, and this is also after coaching over 200 personal trainers on the fitness side of things, because a lot of trainers would come to me to coach them on how to actually, coach their clients. So one of the things I learned is the number one reason most people quit is mismanaged expectations. What the hell does that even mean, Mo? Well, let's dive into it. So mismanaged expectations means that they walk into their day one of their fitness journey and they're expecting to lose a lot of fat very quickly. They're expecting to get in shape very quickly. Their deadline is their cousin's wedding that is in 30 days. And their goal is to lose 40 pounds by diet time. And there's just so much wrong with that, right? Obviously, we all want fast, quick, and easy. But problem with your health is fast, quick, and easy. Easy in means easy out, right? So you lose weight very quickly, you're going to gain it all back. So mismanaged expectations. Let's go back to that. One of the best things that actually help my clients when I tell them this is, hey, how long did it take you to gain all this fat? Yesterday, a client told me my whole life. She said 25 to 30 years. I was like, okay. So it's taken us about 25 to 30 years to gain all this weight. To lose it, is it reasonable that we would lose it all in 12 weeks? And she started smiling. She goes, no, it's not reasonable. I was like, so then why are we setting ourselves up for failure? Right? We don't even have to. I don't even like saying like, okay, if it took you 20 years to gain it, let's give ourselves 20 years to lose it. I don't even say that. I'm like, okay, if it took you 20 years to gain it, can you just give me 2 years? Just 2 years. 1/10 of that time that it took you to gain it. Just give me 1/10 of that and we'll lose it. That's still a very healthy, comparison and expectation. And a lot of the time when I put it like that, clients love it. They're like, oh my God, that's so good, right? Because I think the fitness industry has screwed a lot of people, right? The fitness industry always, because it works for marketing, they always promise the easy. They always promise the fast. They always promise the quick. And problem with that whole thing is, in reality, when rubber hits the road, it does not work. And then you end up being disappointed because you're comparing yourself against that promise that they made for you, right? And at the end of the day, if you have that expectation in your head that I'm supposed to lose these 50 pounds in the next 30 days or whatever, if you have that inside of you and you only lost 10 pounds, 10 pounds is still exceptional in a month. Okay. But you only lost 10, but you wanted to lose 30 because some marketer out there told you, you're going to be disappointed and you're going to quit. because you did not get the results you want. Versus that one person who was only expecting to lose 4 pounds in a month, they lost 10. Oh my God, they're having a party, right? They're actually super happy. They feel more confident. They have more self-esteem. They're actually proud of themselves. They're actually happier with their coach. They're actually feeling good, right? They're healthier. All those, since they're winning, they're getting more dopamine releases in their brain. They're actually like, man, these workouts are doing their thing. I'm eating healthy. I'm feeling better. Versus you lost more weight than that person, but you were wanting to lose a lot more. And now you're disappointed and you're going to quit. And it's going to take a big hit at your self-esteem because nothing works for you. Nothing works with my body. I am maybe big bone. I have bad genetics, but Nathan over there, everything works for him, right? He loses weight very quickly. But at the end of the day, Nathan just had better expectations. So when it comes to weight loss specifically, the expectation that we have for our clients, and is scientifically recommended, which is 1 pound of fat loss per week. Okay? So if you want to lose 20 pounds, give yourself at least 20 to 24 weeks, right? That's just 6 months, everybody, 5 to 6 months. Give yourself that much time, right? And that will also help you build some really good habits and help you have better behaviors. When you have bad expectations, for example, a lot of the time you end up struggling. You end up quitting too early. You end up not staying in the game long enough. And then you go start a new thing. And then that new thing takes a while to get used to. And then you quit on that. And then you quit on that. And a lot of the time you just quit on everything because you just have bad, mismanaged expectations. It's not even your fault. It's just that somebody put that expectation in your head that wasn't even realistic, right? So at the end of the day, don't be that person who quit. Don't be the person that falls for this trap of mismanaged expectations. Things take time, right? And I'm not even saying it's going to take the whole time it took you to gain it. All I'm saying is give it at least 10% of that time, right? 1/10 of that time. Took you 20 years to gain it, give yourself 2 years to lose it. If it took you 2 years to gain it, give yourself at least 2 to 3 months to lose it, right? Don't be looking at things like, weeks or days. No, don't do that. You're not a UFC fighter who, exercises for a living and they just are cutting weight before the fight. You're not that person. You're not cutting weight. You're actually losing fat, body fat, right? And at the end of the day, mismanaged expectations is the number one reason people quit on their fitness journey. And if you have proper expectations, and all the clients, years of training now, all those clients that got amazing results, they just had really good expectations, right? And it feels so good as a coach, man. It feels so good to work with those clients when they show up on a coaching call and they're actually happy. They're like, Coach, you'd be so proud of me. I lost, 3 pounds or 4 pounds or 5 pounds in the last month. Versus a client that shows up and is like, yeah, man, I only lost like 6 pounds, but like I wanted to lose 10. I'm like, for fuck's sakes, can you not be happy for once? Right? And it's just, you're not a pleasant person to be around when you have mismanaged expectations, right? Mismanaged expectations just hurt you, and people don't want to be around you because you're that person who's just never happy, who's just never grateful. And the clients that I love working with, and every coach, I think I speak for every coach, we love working with people that are upbeat, people that are grateful, people that are like, yeah, man, like I know I didn't lose weight this week, but I got 3 workouts done or 4 workouts done, and they're more process oriented versus outcome oriented, right? Process oriented meaning, hey man, I followed my nutrition plan as good as I could, but I also walked every day this week, and I also did 5 workouts this week or 4 workouts this week. Versus the other person is like very outcome driven, and they're like, yeah, man, I'm disappointed because I didn't lose 10 pounds this week. Right? It's just like, who would you rather be friends with? Somebody that is happy and actually moving forward and getting after it, or somebody that is just always, outcome oriented. If they start a business and the business doesn't make money, they end up quitting the business 2 months later, right? It's the difference between growth mindset versus fixed mindset, right? On the business example, I see people quitting so early because their expectations are to make $1 million in the first 6 months. I'm like, how? Like, who gave you that expectation? Who? Like, this is not how the world works. You don't even have the skills. Versus if you start your first business or start your first job or whatever it is, you go into it with the mindset that I'm going to get better at the skills that I need to get better at so I can continue to enhance my career, continue to go forward in my career. And that person will they'll make way more than $1 million in their career versus somebody that just keeps quitting because they didn't make the quick money, quick, fast. Because fast in means fast out. So same thing with health and fitness, right? Mismanage expectations. So whatever expectations you have, please, actually, if you're listening to this, create a note on your phone and write your expectations. What expectations do you have? Because I can tell you clinically and scientifically, for fat loss, recommendation is to lose 1 pound of fat per week. For muscle gain, it is actually even slower than that, right? It is, I think, 0.5 pound per week of muscle gain. So that means only 2, and that's if you're maxed out on your everything else naturally, right? So you're getting enough sleep, your stress is managed, you're getting plenty of water intake, you're eating plenty of protein, right? Your diet, your nutrition is good. At the same time, and I see you at the gym, you're actually training. You're not just there counting the reps, you're actually going till failure, and you have proper form and you have all of that. So if all those variables line up, then you can expect those results. So at the end of the day, have proper expectations, right? Why did you get into this? You just get in, are you just doing this to look better on your cousin's wedding, or are you doing this to be healthier for the rest of your life, right? If the goal is to look good and be healthy for the rest of your life, then I want you to switch the expectations a little bit, okay? And I know it is very hard in the beginning. In the early days of your fitness journey or any journey, you're just expecting to be great, and you have to actually pay the dues. You have to get the time under the bar. You have to do a lot of reps that don't feel good, a lot of workouts that you don't want to do, right? But once you get to the other side, it becomes second nature. You actually earned that because you've done it long enough, right? So at the end of the day, don't be that person who quit because you just had mismanaged expectations. The game will reward you. The rewards are on the other side, and you will be satisfied, more than satisfied. But you're going to have to manage your expectations properly and stick with the game long enough, right? If you only exercise for 3 months and expect the world-class physique, it's not going to happen, and you'll be disappointed, and then you'll be running from one program to the next. And that's what we teach at Training with the Titans in my fitness coaching company is all the clients we've coached, they have kept those results. Even though they worked with us back in 2018, 2019, they still maintain that because we are big on making fitness and health a lifestyle change and not just another quick fat diet. So at the end of the day, let's commit to things long term because I think there's beauty in that. Versus committing to things short periods of time, just here and there, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to have anything worth having if you just do short-term commitments. Right? It's kind of like that person who commits to his wife or to her husband, and they have a happy marriage for the next 40 years, versus somebody that just sleeps around and just goes from one person to the next, right? As soon as they get bored, I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go to the next one. We all know people like that, right? And at the end of the day, we don't want to be those people. Those people don't have very fulfilling lives because the way that the universe is, the way that God made the universe, it rewards those who commit. It rewards those who commits for a long time, right? Like even look at businesses in your area. Dad started a plumbing business. Dad got super good at it. Then the son ran the plumbing business. And now everybody in the town knows about that plumbing business. They don't even have to market. They don't even have to advertise. People come to them because they're committed for 40 years for just getting really good at their craft, right? Versus we all know people that start a business, a plumbing business this week. Next week, they go to a tree cutting business. Next week, they go to a moving business. Next week, they go to a fitness coaching business. They just go from business. Like nobody likes that person. Even their own family is like, yeah, this freaking guy just doing a new thing every week. Like they can't stick to anything, right? Nobody likes that person. So it's the same with health and fitness. If you're somebody that just constantly trying new diets and constantly doing this because you're quitting and you don't like actually sticking through the process is boring. I know. It's supposed to be boring. When you get good at it, it's supposed to be a little boring, but there are ways to actually, spice it up. There are many ways to do that, but you have to now learn the skill at it's okay to be a little bored because you earned the right to be so good that it kind of feels boring. I mean, look at me. 7 years of fitness coaching, online fitness coaching in a world where most people don't even last 7 months. Anything online business related, people quit within the first 3-6 months. I've seen hundreds of people come and go in this industry, hundreds. So at this point, when I get on coaching calls with fitness clients, do you think I'm like the most excited all the time? Hell no. It feels like I've done this 90,000 times. Like when you truly master something, it really feels boring. But that's the best part. That's when you know you actually earned the right. And even at this stage, I don't think you ever get to that point. Even at this stage, I still come across situations where I'm like, man, that was really exciting. I didn't encounter this before, right? So at the end of the day, it's okay to be a little bored. So to sum it all up, I know God kind of went off tangent, but hopefully you guys get the point. Commit long term. That's the most beautiful things on earth come from committing. You know, the pineapple farmers in Costa Rica, when they plant a seed for that pineapple, it takes 18 months from that day till the day they're able to get that full pineapple and sell it. 18 months. Those farmers, they wait and they're patient. And that's why farmers are by far the happiest people on earth, according to research, because they understand delayed gratification. When was the last time we delayed our gratification? When was the last time that you wanted food, like in the culture of DoorDash and Instacart and Uber Eats, everything is instant, right? Amazon Prime, we don't even have to leave our house. We can get instant results, but there's still some things in nature, such things as body transformations, health and fitness. Those things aren't always quick and instantaneous. So remember to keep that skill of delayed gratification, right? If a farmer in Costa Rica can wait 18 months before he gets the reward for the pineapples he planted, I think you and I can wait to have the best bodies of our life and give it at least a year and a half, 18 months, right? Hope this helps. I'll see you guys in the next one. And feel free to give me podcast ideas, or if there's any content you want to see, just message me on Instagram at Moe Gaius or Facebook at Moe Gaius. I love hearing from you guys. And until then, leave a good review. There's no sponsorships on this. We don't make money off of this podcast. It's just free content to help you guys out. So please leave good reviews, leave a 5-star rating. I would highly appreciate it. Thank you for listening to the Healthy Systems podcast. I really appreciate you for tuning in today. Now, here are 2 ways I can help you for free. 1, you can join our free Facebook community by just going to this link, bit.ly/Titan Facebook group. Just type that into your browser and then answer 2 questions, and then we'll let you into our Facebook community where you'll meet other people, as well as we have a lot of free resources in terms of meal plans, workouts, all kinds of stuff in there. Second way I can help you for free is if you follow me on Instagram at Moe Gaius, MOE, G as in George, H as in horse, I as in India, A as in apple, S as in Sam. Follow me there and then shoot me a message with the word Healthy Systems, and then I'll be sure to send you a free gift. Other than that, keep listening in, and I really appreciate you.